Yeah, folks, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Influences, the virtual community dialogue with C's Paul. All right. Stick around, we're just getting set and to usher in our guests as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I want to welcome all of you and ask you to invite somebody else to be part of our community dialogue tonight. As we say, it's a virtual community dialogue. So I'm here. I'm right here, don't worry. It's good to have you guys with us and welcome. It's our it's this fourth one. Yeah, I think it's the fourth week, right? I think first week we had Sister Rose and Devon Brewster. Then the week after that we had Heather and Lisa. And then last week we had Taryn. So this is week number 4, you know? And so we're climbing. You could say it's pretty much wrapping it up into like a month where we're having community dialogue on a virtual way, in virtual style. Okay, so welcome. Tonight we have a special for you as well, where we're exploring an area that is not frequently probably looked at, but which is very major for the town of Portsmouth, where we're from, what we do. A lot of our people have a marine background. Just a little intro to C's. All right, so here you have it. Just a little intro about me. My name is Caesarina Paul. I am from the town of Portsmouth. This is home to me. I love this town, and I tend to try to bring up things that I know that are positive about our town. And so that is what it is. I am not really there for any specific subject matter, mainly just to highlight the positives that are happening among people from our town or around people from our town or wherever they are, located in the world, it doesn't matter. Last week we spoke to Teran Azil, who is in Anguilla, and he's doing wonderful things there with young people and also as a young man, a very exemplary young man at that. And so this week we're taking a little difference and we're going to talk with someone who is going to share with us a bit about maybe something that you've heard, but about that you're not even sure of its origin, you're not sure about the background of the person behind it. And this is what we're going to do. I see already my guest is getting set, and I will soon let my guest in. And by now, some of you would have known, you've seen the flyer. You know we're talking about a young lady. Her name is Christelle Andrew, and she is going to be in the stead of her brother, you could say, in the stead of her brother, who is going to, is the proprietor of MV Promise Kept. So we're going to discuss MV Promise Kept, and also the whole marine culture, you could say, in all parts of Dominica. Portsmouth is well known for the marine life, well known for having great sailors, captains, mariners. You know, I know some of them like from the tip of my finger, their names. I've spoken to some of them, I've seen some of their work, and so tonight we want to zoom on one of them who is probably not very known, especially to some of you and maybe even the younger generation, but who definitely should be known, okay? I think he should be known, and his sister will share with us a little bit about him. So I can see you. I want you to flip your camera. Christelle, if you can hear me, I want you to flip your camera so that you're not looking like you're falling down. All right? So, hi, guys. Again, welcome. My name is Caesarina, you know that already. So we're gonna go straight into our discussion. All right. I don't see many people there, but go ahead and share the live, invite somebody else, tell them they could hook up with us on YouTube as well, so that they can see what we're doing. Irie? Yeah, let's go with it tonight. When you're ready, tell me, Christelle, I can see you. All right. I think she was here and then we've lost her a little bit. But hoping that she gets back with us as soon as possible. All right. hoping that she gets back with us as soon as possible. Yes, so Portsmouth, I mean, we're hearing of an impending storm. We're hoping that it's not going to affect us in any major way, but I will take the opportunity to just say that all of us should, be vigilant and probably start getting ready to put ourselves in order so that we can be, prepared for any storm truly, because I don't think any of us like storms, but at least to know that we've done the basic preparations. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna welcome our guest. Um, Christelle, are you ready for us? I'm ready for you. So, it's telling me to give her 5 minutes. So I'm all right. I think she's set. So, gonna invite my guest in. All right. Yes. Hi. How are you? Okay, we can get a, we get to know
Hi,
you.
good night.
Good night. How are you?
I'm not hearing you too clear. It's like it cuts in and out. I'm not hearing you too clear.
Okay. I can hear a little bit of feedback from your phone, from your computer, your phone. So maybe you need to, if you're trying to listen and what, you might have to turn off one. Can you hear me now?
No, I'm hearing like every other word. It's not clear. It's like every
Right.
other word.
Okay. I'm not sure. Maybe it's check your connection. My connection seems fine. Everything seems clear from here.
My connection seems to be fine.
Okay, mine looks all right to me. I have full bars and everything. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, my bad actually well. I have 5 bars. I'm good.
Okay, so you're hearing me, right? You can hear me, right?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but like every other word.
Okay. Are you viewing this via another way, or you're looking at me directly through the connection I sent you?
No, yeah, directly the link that you sent me. That's where I'm viewing from.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, well, let's see if we can make it work. At least you can hear me, so I just know to pause so that you can respond.
Mhm. All right, no problem.
Irie. Okay, so
Mhm.
welcome. Your name is Christelle Andrew. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And tonight we're going to discuss the MV Promise Kept.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So maybe before we go into Promise Kept, can you tell the folks a little about you? Where are you from? Where do you live? A little bit about you.
All right. Well, I'm Christelle Andrew. Born and raised Portsmouth. I was once your neighbor,
Yes.
and we're family.
Yes.
Um, went to St. John's School, then went to the Portsmouth Secondary School, and from there I migrated to Antigua. My sisters were there. If some may know my sisters, Dev and Ernie,
Right.
and I just decided to stay. Antigua actually came on a vacation, and I just decided to stay. The opportunity was there for me, and I just stayed.
All
So presently, yes, I'm in Antigua, and I work at a convenience store, duty free store. So it's like 2 stores in one. So I basically work both stores.
right.
I'm a sales clerk there. I enjoy what I do. I love my job. I love talking. I talk a lot. So I that's what I do basically every day. Yeah. So I'm just here in Antigua. Now my brother has a boat. He
Mm-hmm.
came, let me see, it's about a year now. Well, not ever since. Let me start from since I'm a child. I've always, he never raised with us. So I just knew that I had a brother that was a captain. I always knew him to be a captain. And, growing up, I just knew that I had a brother in Totola. We wasn't like that close because, as I said, that he never raised with us. So I just knew I had a brother out there. And every now and then, back then it was like letter writing and the phone call thing wasn't so frequent. So
Yes.
the communication wasn't there. But yeah, so growing up, he always had a passion for the marine life, and from what I've known, that my brother is no high school graduate. He didn't even complete primary school. And from what he have told me, he dropped out of school from about 10 or 11, and then he moved up to my grandmother's house. Some people may know Matin or Ma Matin in Glanville,
Yeah, yes,
who
sorry.
helped raise him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah. So Sam basically was on, I wouldn't say on the street, he was on the bay side, you know. So
So before
always
before
out there.
you,
He used to work on the.
so before you
Sorry?
continue, we were talking about him, but we've not given his name.
Oh, sorry.
Yes,
Well,
that's
my
it.
brother is Samuel Tong,
Samuel Tong,
Samuel
right?
Tong or Sam. Yes, some know him for Sam, or out there in the other islands, they know him as Cap or Captain Sam. Yes. So Samuel basically has been raised up on the bay side,
Mm-hmm.
and Sam just had a passion just for being on boats. Sam said that he used to be on the little boats that carry banana to and from the neighboring islands around Dominica, and it's just a thing that he always liked. And yeah, he is today. Sam, that's all I knew that he did. That's the only job I knew that he had, was just working on a boat.
Yeah.
It was no
Do you
easy
know how
journey for him.
do you know how he started? Like on whose boat and or I mean I know he used to be down at the bayside for Glanville area, but do you know on who like
Hmm.
whose job, on whose boat did he work, etc.
I wish he was here to join us with
I
this
know.
interview.
Yes.
But at this time, yes, he's in Trinidad and the signal is not so well when you're out there on the water. So,
Right. Right.
as far as I can remember, I don't know the names of the boats, but he used to be with the boats that transport bananas
Okay.
and
Yeah.
the cargo boats, yes. And he used to, be the little boy cleaning up the boats. Basically, that was his job, to help
Yeah.
clean up. Sometimes he will help, carry loads or whatever. But that was his little job, just working as a little cleanup boy, if you want to put it that way.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, that was basically his little job.
Well, I knew Samuel.
Sorry, you said something?
Yeah, I was saying that I knew him while I was growing up because there were times that he would, as you said, we grew up in the same yard, right? So Sam would always come up to
Mm-hmm.
the area to spend time with his mom from time to time and stay there for a while. And so I knew him growing up, almost like one of my brothers. He and my brothers were very close in the same yard. So I mean, it's somebody that I've
Yeah,
known
yeah,
for
yeah.
too. At some point, I think we lost him in the sense that he went back to Glanville, as you said, and so we were not seeing him as
Mm-hmm.
frequently as we used to. But I just found that eventually, like you, the only work that I know that I've ever known him doing is
Yeah,
something to do with the sea, something to do with boats. Yes. So continue.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So from there, I think he moved, like, he had his little struggles as a little boy, on the boats. That was all he was doing, as I said. And then from there, where I always know him to be is in, I think he spent some time in Anguilla. I'm not too sure, but I think he gave me some stories which I don't know much of, but I just knew him
Yeah.
then in being in Tortola. So then I know I have a brother in Tortola that's a captain. And stories that he have told me, because he and I are very close. We are very, very close.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm happy for that, because growing up, I never really had him in my life. Like,
You say that
and,
with a
just
smile on
growing up
your
as an
face.
adult. Sorry?
You say that with a smile on your
Sorry?
face. I said you say that with a
Oh,
smile on
yeah,
your
I love my brother.
face.
Yes, because I love my brother. We have a really good relationship. Really
Excellent.
good.
Yes.
Yes. So, so in Tortola.
Mm-hmm.
And not think at one point Samuel was somewhat preaching. He became a church boy.
Remember? Yes.
He gave his life to Christ, which is a very good thing, yes. And when we're talking to him, it's always about the Lord, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then at one point he got married,
Yeah.
and things was moving good for him. He's still doing his boat thing. Sam said he had faced challenges, of course, nothing. goal in life comes easy sometimes. For some of us, I would say, if you
Mhm.
wasn't born with a golden spoon in your mouth. So he
Yeah.
said at one time, he did a couple courses because his passion was to be the one at the top, which is the captain, not always down in the cabin below sleeping. He wanted to be on top. And he said one time he used to be outside sleeping when everybody up in the cabin, captain and other crew members, he was just out there on the trampoline sometimes. It's raining, and that was his bed, you
Yeah.
know. He
Mhm.
never gave up. He never gave up. Sam said that he did couple courses, then he started applying for jobs. He started working for people, and there's this place that he used to work in, total I know of. I don't want to mention it.
Mhm.
One time he sent in an application, and at that point now, his certificates are internationally recognized. And it was some white people. He applied. They told him yes, yes. Came into an interview. Everything was going good. So he felt so good. It's a big job. Anyway, Sam said the guy called and tell him, well, he can start. So the man is all excited, and
Yeah.
then they told him that his job was to clean the boat.
Oh my
Sam
goodness.
said, yes, he was overqualified, and the guy, it was white people, and with
Mhm.
his qualifications, it's like he was too good for the job, and they offered him the position to clean.
Wow.
Tell the guy, may I please have my documents? And the guy looked
Yeah.
at him. He said, may I please have the documents? And he said he just tore it up in front of the guy, and he walked off with tears in his eyes, because I mean,
Yeah.
he expected to be, the captain.
His hopes were raised, and then he just got brought down.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry, I was getting a call.
Oh, okay. I said that his hopes were. All right. There is a kind of a
I'm not
feedback.
hearing.
Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So, guys, as she fixes her stuff, let us just take a little break. Our conversation has been going quite good for a while. So, um, let her probably work on her stuff in the meantime. As you heard, we're talking about Samuel Tong. He's the proprietor of Promise MV Promise Kept, and Samuel is from Portsmouth. Grew up in Portsmouth, Glanville, Gutter, those areas first of all, and has had quite an experience. And his sister Christelle Andrew is sharing with us a bit of her knowledge. Unfortunately, he's not with us tonight because he's currently in Trinidad area on the sea where his signal is not too great, so we can't have him, unfortunately, but she has been sharing with us. And we're hoping that we'll get her back as soon as possible. All right, thank you for being here. I see some of you. I see Rhoda, Tracy, Nads, Nadisha, that was earlier, Florist, and all of you who are tuned in. I want to thank you for tuning in and for connecting with us tonight. I'm hoping that I can get back Christelle as soon as possible to continue this very interesting, I must say, this very interesting discussion about the journeys and the challenges that her brother Samuel Tong has been through before he could become even like an owner of a boat, an owner of something called a cargo boat. And it's not a little, no, not a pure boat, but it's a boat that does a lot of stuff all through the region right now. And so we were hoping that you can join us again to share with us as soon as possible. Stay with me, stay with us. Don't go anywhere, all right? Don't go anywhere. I'm right here, and I am happy to have all of you join me tonight. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm right here. Just took a little break. In case you don't know, you can follow us on Facebook as well as YouTube. Feel free to, and I really welcome you and encourage you all to like my YouTube channel, so that the we can grow together, and of course you can know when I'm live doing something like this. Okay, so you can follow up. I see our guest is back, and we want to welcome her back. Hi, Christelle. I'm not a person, so I'm struggling here with that Christelle name there, but it's okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, good, awesome. All right, so let's go back. You were
All
telling.
right, sorry about that. Just a little technical difficulty.
Okay, no problem. That's technology for you. So you were telling us that the person calling told him come for the job. He went for the job, and the next thing you
I'm
know,
not hearing you. I'm not hearing you properly.
uh, uh, sorry. Can you hear me?
You actually freeze up.
There you go. Frozen, right? Wow, that's pretty strange. I want to know if the people out there can hear me. If you guys can hear me, please feel free to let me know. Please feel free to
It's
let me know.
it's
Guys,
better now.
okay,
Let me
good.
do it on my WhatsApp.
You have a little feedback in your. Is somebody listening or watching this stuff in the house with you?
I'm not hearing you properly, Mike.
Is
I'm
somebody
not hearing you
watching?
properly.
You need a headset. Alright. Okay, guys. She fell off again. Just bear with me, please. If someone is asking, yeah, somebody's hearing both of us, which is great. I'm hearing her clearly. I'm not sure why she's not hearing me. I think she needs to have a headset or something. Dave, welcome, Dave. The name of my YouTube channel is Ceez Paul, CEEZPAUL. Hi, Jackie. Yes, yes. All right. So Dave is saying she's hearing both of us. Tone, if you have a headphone, it would be nice. You can just put it in so you will hear me clearer without all the background noises. That might make it easier. I don't know if you, I hope you heard that. So you heard me? If you have a headset, you can put it on the headset. Christelle, can you hear me? All
Yes, I'm
right. So
hearing you.
guys, some technical. Okay. Do you have a headphone?
Yes, I have a headphone. What
I
is
think
where
you
it
should
is?
use. I think you should use it.
Okay, just give me 2 minutes break and let me get the headphone.
All right. Great. No
Oh,
problem.
it's right here.
All right. So get hooked
It's
up.
right here. It's right here.
All right, get hooked up. Okay, so Deb is hearing you, Jacqueline is hearing you, Dave, Nadisha, a whole lot of folks are hearing us. I see my mommy saying something about Samuel. Then, guys, if you don't know, in the meantime, as we wait for her to get her headphones set up, my mother, who knew Samuel from very small as a little boy, since we grew up in the same area, she's saying that
Okay,
Samuel
better.
is a young man that she's very proud of, and he had his challenges in life and he never gave up. And she's saying, God bless you, Samuel, and
Um,
continue to do what you like. Yeah.
yes, Nana is someone I don't always believe in Sam.
Oh
That's
yeah. Oh
one of
yeah.
his cheerleaders.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So you can hear us better, right?
No, something your voice coming over like every other word. It's not
Wow.
clear. I have to like struggle to
Okay.
pick up on what you're trying to say.
I am not sure why. My mother is saying both of us are loud and clear. Everybody all day is saying they're hearing us loud and clear. So I will pause and then you can speak. I think her internet is giving a lot of trouble. She keeps getting kicked out of the chat, and that's so unfortunate. Wow, wow. Somebody say much better. No, I've lost Christelle again. So I don't know, but just saying, this is I don't know if any of you out there know Samuel. Dave, do you know Samuel? Nadisha? I know Dev is Dev's brother. Dev is Samuel is Dev's brother. As I say, my mommy knows him very well. I knew him. I know him very well. I grew up with him in the yard. He used to fight for me at school like a brother. By the way, he was very protective of me, me as a child, as a girl. Growing up at school, he was like one of my brothers. Growing together with Michael and myself in the just around the same age group, truly, you know. So David's saying that maybe you can reset your device, Christelle. Reset your device, so maybe that might help. We really want to catch up on what you have to say about Samuel. And thanks, guys, for the patience. Please stay with me. Stay with me. We're really trying here. That's what technology does sometimes. It gives you a hard time. But we're trying. All right. So I was saying, in the meantime, feel free to go ahead and like my YouTube channel. I'm still growing it slowly but surely. And folks like you can help me to do that. And always feel free to share the link with other people so that they too can come on board. The goal here is to talk to people from our town, talk about people from our town who is doing remarkable things, who have done remarkable things before. As you guys know, in Portsmouth on a whole, we have had a lot of sailors. We still have a lot of people who are doing that for a livelihood. Some they call them mariners, captains, sailors, boatmen. We have also some names for them, but we know. I mean, I could just say some names from the top of my head, like Fritz is one of those guys. A lot of the Lago boys, they went to places like Puerto Rico, the United States, and other places just through boating. Peter London, a good friend of mine, has a lot of background, in the marine life as well. We have a lot of fishermen today who are out there as well on a regular basis. We have Mr. Wade, his own family, a number of them. You have Ned Wade, you have Neville Wade. I mean, just a whole set of things. I remember when a lot of people. I remember when Fritz used to work on Oscar Flow, and all these guys used to just go. They used to leave us baffled, like when they come up with all these stories about all the different places, right, that they have gone and the experiences that they have had. I know a lot of those guys, and every Christmas, those boys in Lago would come down, Borgie and all these people, and talk about their own experiences of having worked on boats. Bram, everybody knows Bram in Lago from Amondrina. Bram spent a lot of time on boats, working with different people all over the place, and unfortunately, we know his situation, but Bram is one of those guys that spent a lot of time out there. So we have a lot of young people. Look, somebody saying Kenneth Barron, yes. Kenneth no is more on land, but yes, all these guys would definitely doing part of the marine industry. They were definitely part of the marine industry. I see what you're saying there, Dave. I'm currently finding information on this boat as I heard about it and have to ship some stuff from Trinidad. Excellent. Yes, because he has a special something I think that's going to happen very early in August. And Christelle should be telling us about it, She should be telling us about it. I'm hoping that she really comes back and join me, so that she can tell us of what Sam is offering going forward very soon in August, so that people can get their things shipped. But also, I even think that there is some place as well, maybe to be able to take at least 10 passengers from different points to take them, I think, to Dominica or wherever else that after all things are clear, that they can take some people to Dominica, and to other parts of the Caribbean region. So he's doing wonderful things. I don't want to just say everything. I think Christelle has a lot of the information. I'm really hoping that she joins us back for that. So yes, so I was saying we have a number of boatmen. Like, see, you put Kenneth Barron. I remember this guy who now drives bus. I don't remember his name. He's short. He used to work on the steamer back in those days when the steamer used to go and come to and from England. I'm trying to remember his name. Short guy, lived in Glanville for a while, or probably still lives in Glanville. He drives a bus now. He used to work on boats, and a lot of our men, Mr. Deroshe, all these people, he had his own boat. He's been on land for a while, but all these people have been on the sea, making a living through the sea. And Samuel has shown that as a young man, he can actually own his boat and ply the sea, so to speak, in order to make a living. Of course, we have the grown men like Mr. Kenzie. I remember Mr. Kenzie. He was one of those that we highlighted during the... Yes, Jeff Thomas. That's the person I was trying to remember. Thank you, Dave. Okay, Dave, you're like a library man. That's great. That's great. Yes, so Jeff Thomas is the guy who used to work on this team. I remember when he used to pass with his car. He used to have a car, a white car. And man, Mr. used to have music on that loud. I remember just going as a little girl and seeing him on the street with his loud music. He was one of the first people with a nice car just patrolling in the town and so on when he used to work on this team. I remember that. So yes, I was talking about all people like Mr. Kenzie from Glanville. This gentleman, he for many years, he made a lot of voyages to various parts of the Caribbean islands, just of the Caribbean, through the islands really. taking cargo to and from Dominica, etc. So we have a lot of these men who truly set a great, you could say, a great path for the young ones like Samuel and so on now who are still involved in that kind of trade. So we're very happy for that. I'm not sure Christelle is having some internet issues, and that's unfortunate, but hi, Kath, what's up? Nice to see you. Okay, so Nanan said the nuns used to send parents to me when he got problem with the children. She used to tell them I am his mother, and they used to come to me. Oh, so my mother is saying, that's my mother there, guys. Nana Andrew is my mom. And she's saying that when Samuel was smaller and he used to get in trouble at school, right? The nun, Sister Gisela, I think she's the one who was there at that time. She used to send parents to her because she told them that my mother was Samuel's or is Samuel's mother, but that wasn't the case, obviously. So she always had to say, well, no, he's not my son, he's this Gazela's son, and so on. So Gazela is his mom. He looks just like her. If you know Samuel, he looks just like his mother. And probably we should try to pull up a photo of his, and even a photo of the boat, as I'm talking to you there. Dave, you said you have sort of looked up Samuel. So I am hoping that I can find, and the boat as well, I'm hoping that I can find a picture of the boat, so you guys can see a little bit. I'm not on Facebook. I try not to go on Facebook when I'm on live because it takes away from the bandwidth. So I was hoping that I'll be able to get some photos. Otherwise, if I can, then I will try to show you guys a little bit of him. Okay, so bear with me on that. All right, let's see if Christelle is back with us. Christelle, are you back? I see a blank screen. Okay, so yeah, this is technology can be pretty tough. I'm really trying to keep you guys occupied and busy. As I'm hoping that Christelle will come back and share with us, tell us. Maybe it's her internet. I think it's her internet. She keeps going in and out all the time. So that's really unfortunate. Dev, you're online. Maybe it would be nice for one of you to come and talk about your brother, it would be great. So anyway, MV Promise Kept. If you go on Facebook, they have a Facebook page, okay? And you want to know how to get through if he has an agent in Trinidad and where. Okay, so he has a page. There is a Facebook page called MV Promise Kept, all right? If you go to Facebook, you will be able to find it. And most likely, I would say you can shoot him a message, or Christelle as well is on Facebook, and she's like one of his liaison. She does some background work for him. She goes by the name of, I'm going to type it in for you, Christelle, K-R-Y, and then something like that, K-R-Y-S, Tao. Yes, she goes by that name here on Facebook. Yeah, she goes by that name. So if you go, you can always send her a message, and she will be able to give you some more information about how to get in contact with him. But if you go on the page itself of MV Promise Kept, you should be able to get some more information as to how you can get your stuff shipped to or from Trinidad as you would like very soon. All right, so what is BS for you, sis? My sister is saying BS for me. I'm not sure what that is. Hi, sis. What is this? BS for me. I don't know what that is. So BS is not a good thing. Okay. So anyway, in the meantime, I'm really hoping that I can bring on some guests as the week goes by. Some people who you would be able to identify with in different spheres. And the first time I was on, I asked people for some suggestions as to who you think you would like to hear from or about on this program. And some of you mentioned some names, and I'm hoping to approach some of them, of course. But I want you to know that even the simple thing that we're doing here, it also gets feedback. It gets people to act sometimes, to do things, to support other people. Mr. Brewster had a young Brewster. He had quite a call, and a number of people responded to him and are still responding to him. He's still raising funds for his education. If you go back on any one of my programs on my YouTube channel or even on the Facebook page, you will find that discussion, and you can always follow it up and see what I'm talking about. But he's a medical student, and he's still trying to get some assistance for his education. So I'm saying that people, because of that, a number of people were able and willing to support him and continue to do so. So usually, what I really hope will come out of this is a call to action. So it's a case where we discuss something, we talk to people about their situations, but at the same time, we can actually get, something worthwhile out of it. All right, something that our community can benefit from, the people of our community can benefit from as well. Okay, so that's my hope. Let's hope that she's back with us this time. Okay, let's go. Tune, I'm back. Welcome back. Your mic is off. Let's see.
Your feedback, I hear feedback from you.
I'm not getting any feedback. So I don't know what you're saying. Go ahead. Just if you hear me, just talk.
Sorry?
If you hear me, just talk.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, so we were trying to catch up. I was keeping the folks busy. One person on the chat, his name is Dave Benjamin. He is asking, how can he get in contact with you all for him to do some shipping because he needs information. I'm gonna put it on the screen. He said I just
I'm not hearing you properly. I'm not hearing you properly. It's like I'm struggling to put your sentence together.
That's so weird. I don't know what to say.
Sorry?
So I was saying,
and you actually like freeze up. So this is a bit frustrating on my end. And usually I have good signal here, and up to tonight, we're supposed to have good signal. This is happening. I do apologize to the viewers and the listeners.
Everybody's saying that they can hear you clearly. Everybody's saying they can hear you clearly.
Sorry?
Everybody's saying they can hear you and me clearly.
Yeah, but I have to struggle to put your sentence together to understand what you're trying to ask me.
I don't know.
Let's give it a try. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. So I was saying that I put this thing on the screen. Can you see it? From Dave Benjamin?
Yes. If Dave Benjamin, if you like and follow our Facebook page, Promise Kept, the list of agents around the region is on the page. I don't know them off my head. So just like the Facebook page, and the information is right there. Thank you for your interest, Dave.
I want you to know that people are saying that they are hearing us clearly.
Okay. You freeze up. Let's go.
I seen you frozen. I don't see myself frozen at all. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's just talk. Just talk. Go ahead. So what you can do now is tell the folks how they can get in contact. Well, you said go on the page, but tell us what Samuel is offering in early August.
I tell the folks what? How can they what? Sorry?
Tell them what he's offering, what MV Promise Kept is offering in early August.
The service they're offering?
In August.
Sorry, I'm really struggling to hear what you're trying to ask me.
I don't know what to say. So I was saying, if you can try to tell us what you all are offering in early August.
The 5th of August?
Early August.
I'm so sorry, but all I'm hearing is tell the folks something about August. And if you're referring to the ad that I had, let me just speak about that.
Yeah.
You can hear me, boy?
Yes, I can hear you very
Boy, you
well.
there?
I'm hearing you very well.
Okay. Okay, so repeat the question now. I seem to be hearing you better now.
I wish I had a way to type this to you. Let me see.
You seem to be better now. You were saying something about August.
Yeah, can you tell them what you are offering in August?
Oh, well, for Antigua, Antigua has not been on our schedule to tough, right? Just because we haven't been receiving any cargo from Antigua. What I should say enough that is profitable for us. And what I have decided that I'm just going to put a trip together, meaning like put an ad out there to see if persons would be interested. And I did that. I did a boost on the Facebook page. I advertised and I have my ad out there on radio. So coming this August, the 5th of August, the vessel will be coming to Antigua from St. Martin. So we will leave St. Martin the 4th of August and arrive Antigua the 5th of August. And we are accepting cargo from, well, from the 5th of August, I should say, yeah. So from Antigua, he'll be going to Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent. From Antigua, he'll be doing that. There's a schedule out on the Facebook page, so if persons are interested, they can like and follow the Facebook page. But for now, I'm just focusing on how much customers we can get here in Antigua, so they can ship their stuff to Dominica. So this
Oh.
is what's happening for the 5th of August for Promise Cap.
Okay, so you really want for people to be able to ship things from Antigua to Dominica specifically.
Sorry?
So you really want people to be able to ship from Antigua to Dominica specifically.
Yes, for the
Oh,
best rates, yes. They will be getting the best rates from us, yes.
oh, so the
Mhm.
best rates. Okay. Are you going to tell them the rates?
Well, your your items will be you'll be charged, I should say, based on how your items are being shipped. So if you have a little personal box, you have to measure your box, the length, time, width, time, height, and it's $5 per cubic feet. So you have to measure your item.
Mhm.
If you have just a little letter, because we ship as small as an envelope and large as a 40-foot container. So if you have just a little letter, just about 25 EC, we don't want to, kill anybody, just a letter. So we'll just take a small fee for shipping your letter. All right. But if you have a box, it has to be measured and it's length, time, width, time, height, and it's $5 US per cubic feet.
All right. So they have to measure their own stuff, or do you all have some way that they can measure it somewhere?
Well, they have to do that and they take the measurement to our agent. Our agent here is Easy Brokerage located in Old Runaway. Um,
And that
when
year,
they bring the goods to me,
uh-huh.
sorry,
Year means Antigua.
after they measure the item, we leave it up to the customer to measure the item, right? If, however, we see that the box that they measure is bigger than what the estimate they give us, of course, they have to redo that in our presence for an extra cost because we're giving the agent extra work to do. So just try and be as accurate as possible and you will not be charged extra.
Right.
And when they do the paperwork with the agent, they have to come to me with the receipt. I'll be the one collecting the freight. And also I have an area for storage and we take their goods to the port so they don't have to be in the hot sun and waiting. We offer that service, delivery service to the port so they don't have to worry about that part. We'll
Oh,
take care of it.
that's great. All right. So that's wonderful. So he's thinking a lot about making that connection, ensuring that he gets stuff to Dominica as well. So that's with your help. That's pretty good. Um, can you tell us some of the other areas that Promise kept traverses? Can you tell us a little bit more about where else it goes?
Okay, Promise kept ship to and from the islands of Antigua, Anguilla, Dominica, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, Trinidad, Tortola, Virgin Gorda. Coming soon, we'll be extending to the U.S. waters of St. Croix and St. Thomas and Puerto Rico. Soon, soon, soon.
Wow. So that's quite.
So this is island that we're going from now. Sorry?
So that is quite an area that he covers.
I didn't hear that, sorry.
I say, Samuel, MV Promise Kept go to a number of locations, a number of ports, cover a large
Yes, yes.
area. Yes.
We're
Okay.
trying out here. So he'll be like 1 week up north, 1 week down south. So every other week he'll be in the other islands. Oh, I forgot to mention St. Martin as well. Yes.
St. Martin.
In St. Martin,
Okay, that's great. So, my mommy said to you, hope you know what you have to ship to her.
sorry, I didn't hear that.
Nanan said, hope you know what you have to ship to her. I put it on the screen for
Hope
you.
we know what?
Check your screen.
Yes. And thanks for reminding me. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, Nanan.
Right.
Nanan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so she has you, mommy. Okay, so as it relates to Promise Kept, I remember you mentioned to me something about, although it's a cargo ship, can that he's looking at taking a few passengers. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, currently the seaport in Dominica is not accepting any passengers, only through the airport.
Right. Okay.
So until further notice.
Okay.
Until further notice.
All right. Now, I remember you said that apart from being a captain and the owner of MV Promise Kept, Samuel does something else. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sorry, can you please repeat the question?
I remember you mentioned that apart from the boat, apart from being the captain and the owner of the boat, he does something else. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Oh, yes. Yes. So as I've mentioned before, he is based in Tortola, and presently he and his wife is operating a stall at the market. So he's somewhat as a huckster, I would say. I think when the business, the cargo business wasn't doing too well for him, that's before he purchased his own vessel.
Yeah.
He, moved on to doing huckstering, because at the market, if anybody know total how the market is, I think he's one of the first to actually doing what he's doing there big, because he brings goods from Santo Domingo, Puerto Rico, wherever he can source produce. He have his stop at the market where he sells a variety of produce, and he's popular and well known for fresh coconut water. So
Ah,
Samuel will be at the market with his cutlass and cutting coconut all day, and he
wow.
have that machine that he bought to split the water open, and then he have this thing to drain out. So like a machine to drain out the coconut water and fill the bottles. So he's a hustler
Yes.
as well.
Clearly
So
from
yes,
what,
so
clearly from
thing
what you're
is,
saying. Yeah.
sorry?
I say clearly from what you are saying, he definitely is a hustler. He works hard.
Very, 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 very hard. Like they will wake up at 5 in the morning and get back home at 10 in the night. Like
Wow.
literally 7 days a week sometimes, he and his wife, yeah. So Sam has, worked very, very extremely hard to be where he is today, and basically all his life has been working for people until I think just after the storm he came to Antigua on a ferry. They were, you know,
Whoa. Oh, wow. So she got caught off again, just disappeared. I don't know why. So I think her internet is giving her some trouble, but I'm hoping that guys, you all get the picture. I really felt it was important for us to highlight something like this, that a young Dominican male, Samuel is about my age. I know I'm not youth, but I mean, you guys can see I'm still young, right? Right. So yes, I'm still young. So Samuel is very much around my age group, and he's doing such wonderful things. Clearly, he's a hustler. He doesn't give up. He continues to look at ways in which he can fill in a gap where there is one, but also make it an enterprise, an entrepreneurial experience. So as we say, go onto the Facebook page, Promise Kept. You will get information about how to reach him, and also how he can be of great help, rather, to get your stuff to and from where you would like to go. So let me see if I can get her mic unmuted, because her mic is muted. I'm not sure why. Did you mute your mic? If you can hear me. I can't hear you. Your mic is muted. Jesus, I don't know what that is. Okay, guys, I'm trying to get Christelle's mic to be unmuted, and for some reason, she probably muted her mic without realizing, so I can't. First, I see you. I see you, Sam Young. Christelle, can you hear me? If you can, check the mic volume on your phone, because your mic is muted. Your mic is muted, yeah, and I can't seem to get it off. So I'm not sure why. All sorts of trouble tonight, guys. But that's part of the game of using technology. In the meantime, as we take a quick break, stay here with me. Let me just run a quick ad. All right, here we go. Welcome again. This is our virtual community dialogue. We're talking tonight to Christelle Andrew, who is the sister of the proprietor of Promise Kept, and she's the liaison personnel as well, and the proprietor of Promise Kept, MV Promise Kept, which is a cargo boat, is Samuel Tong, and Samuel Tong is from Glenville, Portsmouth, and he goes through like the entire area through the region where he does cargo shipment and all of that vibe. He also does some huckster in there. So some very positive things by a young man from our town, making a difference, bringing food to and from various parts of the island, but also hoping one day to also take people to and from other areas. So one more time.
Can you hear?
Yes.
That is frustrating me, that internet connection.
Okay, we can hear you now. We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's try this now.
So
let's try this again.
Yeah, let's try. So where were we? Is there anything else you probably want to say as it relates to Samuel or Promise Kept? What, boy? Let me drink some water on that too. Guys, that's my water. She has a big glass. I have a bottle. What about that? We drank to it and she left me again. So high and dry. Anyway, I think I'm going to try to just wrap this up. I think you got the picture. You got the idea of what we're talking about. What I would suggest, if you want to know more about MV Promise Kept, please go onto their Facebook page. As I said, like their page. Try to reach out to Samuel or to Christelle. You can find Christelle on Facebook as Christelle. I put her name somewhere in the chat, so feel free to go ahead and friend her on Facebook or send her a message. All right, and then she will get to you. You know, funny, the comments that your family members put on things like these is really, really funny. This is my sister, currently. See what she says. It's funny. I had to laugh. Anyway, so I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. Tonight I only have one guest, and that is Christelle, and we're having a lot of technical issues, so I think we're gonna just wrap it up here. But I hope you get the picture. I hope you get the picture of what we're trying to do here. So go ahead and try to get onto the Facebook page, Promise Kept, okay? So that you can know a little bit more about it and share that information with other people. Let me just mention, as I said, there is a storm that has been projected towards our area. Well, not so much directly us, but mainly like the southern part of the Windward Islands, especially. We're kind of in the middle of both, you know, Windward and Leewards, but usually anyone that is affected, we get affected because of our placement. So we're still called to be vigilant. But let us pray that storm away. We still have to ask the Lord to protect us, spare our land, spare our nation, spare our region as well, because I mean we can't really take another hurricane. That's the truth about the matter. We just cannot take another one. So in the meantime, we are asked to be vigilant and cautious and look out for each other in the community. If you know somebody who is alone and they have to go through a storm, please reach out to them. Let them know that they can maybe be with you, be with your family, so they don't have to go through it alone. Let's look out for each other because this is not a very good experience. After we've gone through Mario, we should know clearly it's not a good thing. Okay. All right, Christelle, we're gonna try this one more time just to wrap up. I'm really hoping that this works. Okay. So, any final comments you want to give? Any final comments you want to give?
Sorry, you can hear me, Maya?
Yes, I can.
Sorry?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, well, it's into up here backstage.
No, while you're front stage, everybody's seeing you. Can you hear me? Everybody's seeing you. That's what I'm saying. And hearing you as well.
I think we might have to reschedule.
Okay. All right. So, in any case, I kind of wrapped it up already. So, that's about it. Okay. So, folks, one more time, thank you very much. I want to sincerely apologize on behalf of Christelle for all these different in and outs, but I'm hoping that you get the picture of us trying to host and promote something being done by a young male, Dominican male from the town of Portsmouth, and who is out there making a difference in the world, bringing food, and sometimes people, when COVID is not around, to and from different parts of the Caribbean, in order for their livelihood as well. So I think kudos to Samuel, his family for the support. I see his mom is here tonight, Emilia Tong. Paul is on the chat tonight, and I think she said something about her son earlier. Hello from Sam's mom. Yeah, she said that. And then, of course, his sister is Ernie, and also Dev is on or was on earlier. So they too as well can talk about their brother. All right. So thank you all very much for joining me. I hope next week we can have a better flow with somebody else, and to see what we can talk about. I don't have a guest as yet to tell you whom, but who knows? We just might have another very interesting evening next Friday. I'm trying here, so work with me. All right. Thank you once again. Remember, if you've not yet liked our Facebook page, go ahead and do that. Influences. And if you've not yet liked my YouTube channel, go ahead and give it a subscribe to it. Give it a little subscription so you can know when I'm live. Just follow, get the notifications, and you can always catch me wherever I am. Okay. I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend. Let us all keep safe. Let us stay well, and let us hope that Samuel is also safe out there in whatever port that he is, considering the storm, that he remains safe, as well as all the people out there traveling by land and by sea and by air. May God bless you. Thank you for joining me. My name is Cesarina Paul. I am happy to have you as part of my little tribe, okay? This is called the Virtual Community Dialogue with none other but M. Paul. Yeah, that's my name, Cesarina Paul. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good night. God bless. And see you guys around again. Thank you.